my, I don't know, third or fourth time messing around with Riverside FM. And I'm also doing a live on Instagram, so you'll probably see me looking up. I decided to do a live and record on Riverside FM at the same time because, I don't know, I just did. There was no reason for it. I just did it. But anyways, I want to talk to you guys about, especially you guys that are trying to eat better, and Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming up and you're going to be tempted to eat those foods. I want to talk to you all about that because you're probably going to have to make your own food and bring it with you, or eat before you go, or pick and choose what you're going to eat because of some of the stuff that you're trying not to eat. You're going to want to eat it. Trust me, you're going to want to eat it. So I usually eat before I go somewhere because I'm not bringing food. It's just me. A lot of people, they bring food to wherever they're going and they eat it there. I'm not doing it. I'm just going to eat before I leave and not eat when I get there, unless it's actually something there that I can eat besides iceberg lettuce salad. So, yeah, I know some of the things within the melanated community. There are a lot of vegetables to grow around when it comes to Thanksgiving and Christmas, but a lot of things are cooked with way too much sugar, because I am a fan of yams, sweet potatoes, whichever one you like to eat, whichever one you like to make. But a lot of times, even before I went vegan, I wasn't eating them because it was just like sugar, just a whole bunch of brown sugar. And it was just brown sugar and white sugar. And I love sweets, but some stuff is just like, this is too much. And that was before I went vegan. So if you're trying to give up sugars and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to eat. I mean, you can, but you can't go crazy. And that's another thing. For Thanksgiving, Christmas, people go crazy. And you got to learn how to, even though you want to eat, you want to eat Big Mama's cooking or Auntie's cooking, you're going to have to still practice portion control. I was at someone's house the other day and they had, what was it? I think it was string beans, but the string beans had turkey or I don't know. It has some kind of meat in there, and I don't eat meat. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to eat that. Or it had pork in it. And I was like, I stopped eating pork way before I went vegan. So I was like, yeah, no, going to pass on the string beans. And then they had salad, but it was iceberg lettuce, and I don't eat iceberg lettuce. It's nasty, really. It doesn't have any taste. And I really wasn't into iceberg lettuce before I went vegan. So I was like, no, I ate before I got here, which is usually what I do. I usually eat before I go anywhere because I know there's not going to be any food for me unless we're going to a restaurant and they have vegan items or something that I could I want to say finagle, then I'll eat. But other than that, lately I've been eating at home. So, I know, maybe for Thanksgiving, collard greens. But if you're not eating meat, you ain't going to be able to eat the collard greens. I just in my head, trying to think of things that, depending on if you're vegan or not, what you can eat for Thanksgiving. But I think your best bet is probably to eat at home and then go. I mean, it might be something you can snack on, some bread or something, but as far as like a whole meal, if you're trying to change the way you're eating, you're definitely going to have to practice portion control, which is going to be hard. I would say whatever you want, take half. Because Thanksgiving, people eat until you get the itis and you're done and you're laying around with all this heavy food on your stomach when we shouldn't be eating like that. And I got to be the one to say it, but it's too much food. Even before I went vegan, sometimes I would sit and watch people eat and I'm like, that's just too much food. Especially here in America, like our portions are just huge. And I'm the type of person that's just like, once I'm full, I'm full. There's no way that I'm sitting here and I'm going to eat a whole meal knowing that my stomach is full. My pants feel tighter. Like, you know when your stomach is full. So that's just my little suggestion for Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's too. And any holidays or birthdays, if you know you're trying to change the way you're eating, you're either going to have to eat before you get there, or you're going to have to practice portion control. And I was just talking to someone the other day. They like eating out, and I told them, I said, take half, eat half, and put the rest away and eat it for lunch. And those are, if you had any other suggestions about eating around these times, please let me know. But other than that, there aren't really too many things you could do, especially if you're vegan. If you're vegan, there's not going to be anything there for you to eat unless someone really cares and they really love you and they make you something vegan. And it's not even, some things are not even that hard. Just not putting cheese in something, or not putting, I know a lot of people, they like their salads with cheese and eggs and all that stuff, just not putting it in there and just leaving it straight vegetables. It's really not that hard. My cousin had an event the other day and she called me and she asked me, she was like, what do you eat? And I was like, I asked her, for one, I asked her what were they having? They were having a ziti dinner, and I was like, ziti is fine. I just won't eat the cheese. So she had a container of ziti without cheese, because I occasionally do eat like tomato sauce, but it's not like all the time. And I don't eat pasta that much either. And that was, one day. But it wasn't like, I overate or I ate too much. It was one day. I didn't I didn't have a big portion of it. I was glad that someone actually thought of me, because a lot of times people don't think of you. And it's like you go there and you're watching everybody else eat, and everybody's like, well, do you want to eat? Do you want to eat? And no, I ate before I came. And especially around this time, because no matter what, someone's trying to feed you. Someone's trying to feed you something. So be strong, eat at home, or control them portions. And I'll talk to you guys later.